charming. Pet guru. Why does my cat eyes get big? Have you ever thought about how mysterious cats can be? It's like they're talking in their own quiet way, and figuring it out is a bit like solving a secret puzzle. Unlike dogs, who show exactly how they feel, cats are a bit more complicated. If you really want to connect with them, you have to pay attention to the little details of how they move and act. Now, when it comes to cats, their eyes are super important for showing how they feel. Since they don't have faces as expressive as dogs, it adds an extra layer of mystery to how they talk to us. Personally, I've become really good at noticing things in their eyes. But let me tell you, it's not as easy as it seems at first. Those dark parts in the center of their eyes, called pupils, are like tiny windows into what's going on inside them. It's not just about reacting to light, their pupils can tell you a lot about how the cat is feeling inside and how they're doing physically. Trying to understand this nonverbal language is a bit like figuring out a secret message, especially when their pupils get bigger. In the interesting world of cat communication, those big pupils share a bunch of information. So, let's explore the cool world of cat eyes together and find out why does my cat eyes get big. Common reasons why a cat pupils get big. You know, it's interesting how our furry friends' eyes can tell us so much. Like us, cats' eyes can dilate for various reasons, maybe due to their emotions, the environment they're in, or just because they're getting a bit older. It's actually pretty normal for their pupils to change size to help them see better. I've noticed that my cat's eyes often get bigger in low light. Turns out, they're naturally crepuscular, meaning they're most active during dawn and dusk. That's when their pupils dilate a lot to soak in as much light as possible. So, if you see your cat's pupils changing size with the light around them, don't worry, that's completely normal kitty behavior. But, and here's the thing to keep an eye on, pun intended, if your cat's pupils stay large all the time, it might be a sign of something more serious. It's always good to keep an eye on those little details and make sure our feline friends are feeling their best. Number 1, better vision. You know, it's fascinating how our eyes work, and it turns out our feline friends have some pretty cool eye tricks too. So, just like us humans, cats' pupils do this interesting dance with light. When it's dark, their pupils dilate, and that black circle in the middle of their eyes takes charge, regulating how much light gets in. It's like a built-in adjustment for better vision in low light. I've noticed this with my own cat. In the dim evening light, her pupils get all big, and it's like she's turning on her night vision mode. It's pretty crucial for them, actually. Cats can see remarkably well in low light conditions, all thanks to this dilation process. It's their way of letting in as much light as possible to see what's going on around them. And get this, during those vet checkups, they use a bright light to check out how well a cat's eyes are functioning. If the pupils don't do the constricting thing they're supposed to, it's a sign that something might be up. It's like their eyes are giving us a little signal that there could be an issue worth looking into. Nature's pretty amazing, huh? Number 2, surprise or fear. You know, it's pretty incredible how our little feline pals express themselves through their eyes. Take surprise or fear, for example. I've noticed with my own cat that when something catches her off guard, her pupils suddenly get all wide, like dinner plates. It's a clear sign that she's either surprised or a bit spooked. It could be a friend dropping by unannounced, a sudden loud noise, or even just spotting another furry friend through the window. And here's the thing, it's not just a fleeting reaction. After the initial shock, their pupils stay dilated until they settle down. So, when I see her in this state, I've learned to give her a little space. It's like she needs a moment to realize everything's okay, and she's in a safe spot. Number 3, excitement. But you know, not every dilated pupil is a cause for concern. Sometimes, those big eyes are a sign of pure excitement. It's adorable. Like when I bring out her favorite treats or we're about to dive into a play session with her beloved toys. In those moments, her eyes light up and her pupils dilate because she's pumped with adrenaline. It's like her way of saying, Yay! Let's do this. Nature's way of letting us in on the feline emotion roller coaster, right? Number 4, hunting in the dark. You know, watching my cat go into hunting mode is like witnessing a little wild explorer in action. It's fascinating how their eyes play a crucial role in these moments. I've noticed that when she's on the prowl, especially at night, her pupils dilate like crazy. It's like her eyes are on high alert, and I can almost sense the adrenaline rush as she gets ready for the hunt. Being natural hunters, their eyes are designed for this, with wide pupils and these large lenses that help them gather every bit of info about their surroundings. It's like their built-in night vision kicks in, and their eyes widen to catch every detail in the darkness. Number 5, anxiety. Then there's anxiety. It's tough seeing her with those wide eyes and all the signs of tension, hunched back, tail on the side, lowered head. It happens, especially at the vet's office or during thunderstorms. I've found that creating a calm environment at home helps her relax during these stressful times. It's like being her support system when the world gets a bit too overwhelming for her. Nature sure wired these little furballs with some incredible instincts, don't you think? Medical issues that result in the dilation of my cat eyes. You know, as a cat owner, it's always a bit worrying when you notice something unusual with your furry friend's health. Those big, dilated eyes might catch your attention, and while it's normal for cats' pupils to change size from time to time, there are instances where it could indicate a deeper health concern. I've had my share of moments where I've wondered what's going on with my cat's eyes, so here are a few things I've learned about medical conditions associated with enlarged pupils. Eye infections. First off, there are the usual suspects like eye infections. Conjunctivitis is a common one, and I've noticed it can make my cat's eyes red, with some discharge, and, of course, dilation of the pupils. Glaucoma, the silent threat. Then there's glaucoma, a word that always makes me a bit uneasy. It's this condition where the pressure in the eye increases, leading to not just big pupils but also cloudiness and potential vision issues. It's serious, and if you suspect it, getting to the vet ASAP is crucial. Head trauma. Head trauma is another concern. The idea of my cat getting injured is enough to make my heart race. Head injuries can mess with the nerves controlling pupil size, sometimes causing unequal sizes or abnormally dilated pupils. Toxic ingestion. Toxic ingestion is something we all worry about. Cats can be curious, and if they ingest something toxic, it can affect their nervous system, including their eyes. I've learned to keep an eye on common toxins like plants, medications, or household substances. Neurological disorders. Neurological disorders sound pretty daunting, and they can indeed impact a cat's pupils. Seizures or tumors might mess with the nerves that control those little eye adjustments. High blood pressure, hypertension. High blood pressure, or hypertension, is not just a human problem. It can affect cats too, messing with the blood vessels in their eyes and causing changes in pupil size. It's often linked to underlying kidney issues, so addressing it promptly is essential. Drug reactions. Then there's the concern about drug reactions. Cats can be sensitive to medications, and I've learned the importance of keeping my vet in the loop about any meds my cat is taking. Unusual reactions, including changes in pupil size, should never be ignored. Retinal diseases. Finally, diseases affecting the retina, like progressive retinal atrophy, PRA, can mess with a cat's eyes. Changes in pupil size and how they respond to light can be signs. If you ever notice persistent or worrying changes in your cat's eye size, I've learned the hard way that consulting with a vet is a must. Regular checkups are a lifesaver, helping catch potential issues early. And always keep in mind, sudden and severe changes in your cat's eyes warrant immediate attention. It's better to be safe than sorry when it comes to our feline pals. Caring for your cat's dilated eyes, a guide to treatment. I'm not a veterinarian, but I can share some general information based on my understanding. If you suspect that your cat is dealing with eye dilation, it's crucial to reach out to a professional veterinarian right away. In my experience, eye dilation in cats can signal various underlying issues, making a proper diagnosis essential for effective treatment. Consultation with a veterinarian. If I notice abnormal eye dilation in my cat, I would schedule an appointment with the veterinarian promptly. During the examination, the vet would thoroughly assess my cat's eyes, inquire about other potential symptoms, and begin the process of identifying the cause of the dilation. Diagnostic tests. To pinpoint the root cause, my veterinarian might recommend diagnostic tests such as blood work, imaging like X-rays or ultrasounds, and eye pressure measurements. These tests are crucial for developing a treatment plan tailored to my cat's specific needs. Treatment based on diagnosis. Upon receiving a diagnosis, the treatment approach would vary based on the underlying cause. Whether it involves medications, surgery, or other interventions, I would follow the vet's recommendations closely. For instance, Number 1, if it's an infection, my cat might need antibiotics or antiviral medications. Number 2, in cases of inflammation, anti-inflammatory drugs may be administered. Number 3, injuries might require pain management and supportive care. Number 4, for conditions like glaucoma, medications to reduce intraocular pressure may be prescribed. Home care. Depending on the condition, my veterinarian might provide guidance on supportive care at home. This could include administering medications, maintaining a specific diet, or creating a comfortable and stress-free environment for my cat. Preventive measures. I've learned that routine veterinary checkups, a balanced diet, and a clean living environment can contribute to preventing or managing certain eye conditions. Regular eye examinations are key to catching potential issues early. It's crucial to remember that only a qualified veterinarian can provide an accurate diagnosis and recommend the most appropriate treatment for my cat's specific condition. If I observe any changes in my cat's eyes or behavior, seeking professional veterinary advice promptly is always the best course of action.